Hi, I am Mandy of Madcow Designs. It is August 31st, 2023, and this is Stitch 71. I have a lot of notes today. I have a page full, and I have more notes on my phone. I have a lot of notes today. We have a lot of talking to do, so go ahead and grab your drink, your knitting, a snack. We're going to be here for a minute. Let's start with talking about shop news. Lots of things happening over in the shop. One being last Saturday was August the 26th, and it marked the 4-year anniversary of me having an Etsy shop. I cannot believe it's been 4 years. Next Saturday is September the 9th, which is my birthday. That is exactly a 2-week period, and during those 2 weeks, I like to run a birthday sale. So if you use code number 4, TH birthday, so 4th birthday, here's a graphic for you. In my Etsy shop, you'll get 15% off, and if you use it in my Ravelry shop, you'll get $1 off any pattern. So thank y'all so much for the last 4 years. It's been fun. It has been so much fun, and I never really thought that this was going to happen and that I would be running my own business, but here I am. So, thank y'all. Please go take advantage of the discount. Thank y'all. So, the other big exciting thing happening, oh my god, I am hosting, for the first time ever, an Advent yarn swap. Yay! Okay, so this is for all of your sock yarn scraps. All those random scraps that you have, as long as they are 10 grams, you can play. You need 12 of them, okay? It's going to be a 12-day Advent calendar. You wrap up a 10-gram mini for 12 different days, pop it in the mail to your buddy, okay? This can be as simple as 120 grams of yarn, 12 different colors, wrapped up individually and mailed out, to you and your buddy agreeing on bigger rules. That's between y'all. Okay? So, let's go over the basic rules and some questions, and then we'll talk even more. Okay. Whoops, I lost it. I told you I had notes everywhere. Okay, first rule. Must be in the continental US. I'm sorry. So, there are a lot of shipping regulations that happen outside of the US that I don't really know. I ship outside the US, but that's because I use Etsy, and they know everything, okay? They pop up and they're like, oh, this is the UK. You need to have this code and this information. And I'm like, okay, here you go. Off it goes. Personally, I don't know those things. And I am personally going to be pairing you up into groups to do the yarn swap. And I don't want to pair somebody that can't actually ship to one another, or that it's going to be stupid expensive to ship to one another. I know the US rates. So, yeah. Okay, number 2. Must be 12 different colors that are a minimum of 10 grams each. 3. Must be fingering weight sock yarn. I don't care if it's 75-25, 80-20, a mix. Don't care. As long as it is fingering weight sock yarn, 12 different colors, 10 grams each, you're good to play. 4. Must be able to stick to the shipping date. Your Advent has to ship to your buddy by November the 22nd. That will give it 3 weeks to make it through US Postal over to them. I feel like that's enough. I can't make any guarantees. It's the holiday time, shipping volume goes way up, and it's USPS. I can't make you any guarantees ever. So, you might also want to consider when signing up for this, if your package gets lost, your buddy might not be able to replace it. Your buddy may have only had those 12 scraps. If they can't replace it, they can't replace it. I'm sorry. It sucks, but that's kind of the way it's going to be. We're just going to have to be lenient on one another and understand that accidents happen. 5, must be comfortable with this being a mystery advent. You might get yarn you do not like. So that kind of goes along with the whole postage thing. If you are somebody that has a lot of indie dyed yarn and you get paired with someone that has a lot of commercial dyed yarn, you're going to end up with commercial dyed yarn. You're going to have to be okay with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with commercial dyed yarn. I have a lot of commercial yarn. I have a lot of indie dyed yarn. It is what it is. Whoever gets me is probably going to have a mix of the two because that's what I have. So you have to be comfortable with the fact that you might get pink yarn. That's a thing. I know a lot of people have pink yarn. Some people may only have pink scrap yarn left over. So I may end up with a lot of pink yarn. It is what it is. You have to be comfortable with it. This is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be making a new friend and, you know, swapping a little yarn in the process. So you got to be comfortable with a lot of things here and understand that it's very loose and chill. As far as packaging each day, you can just take some tissue paper, wrap it up there, put a little number on there, and away it goes. If you want to get really fancy and put all the effort into it of having individual boxes, go right ahead. Your buddy may not do that. If you want to put in extras, stitch markers, candy, that kind of stuff, you're welcome to. Your buddy may not do that. When you sign up for this, you agree to the 120 grams of yarn, the 12 colors. You're not promising anything beyond that. If you choose to do more than that, that's great, that's fun. Dates, real quick. Sign-ups are open now. I have a Google form listed down below that you can go fill out. It will close October the 13th. By October the 20th, you will get an email from me. It will be addressed to you and your buddy, and it will have all of y'all's information that you gave me, being your home address and your likes, your dislikes, your allergies, all that kind of stuff will be in the email between the two of you. What I'm hoping for is that y'all will start talking to each other. Feel free to kick me out of the chain, that email chain. Just the two of y'all can talk. You don't need me. Start chatting, get to know one another, what you like and don't like, and maybe what kind of projects y'all are working on, what you might make with the scrap yarn. For me, it's probably going to go into my scrappy blankets. That kind of stuff. And if you and your buddy would like to extend it to be a 24-day advent, that's between y'all. If you want to both throw in extras, that's between y'all. If your buddy tells you, I really can't do any extra, I can only do the 120 grams, please be respectful of that and the fact that that was all that the game said you had to be able to do. So if y'all are both like, oh, I have scraps out the wazoo and you want to do 24 days of 20 gram minis, whoa, that is all on y'all. Have fun. The advent ships November 22nd and will start opening December the 14th, as long as you're doing the 12-day Advent. Okay, a couple of questions that have come in. Does the calendar have to have a theme or use Christmas yarn? No. This is your scraps. You can use whatever colors you have in whatever order you feel like putting them in. It doesn't matter. Nothing has to be themed. Does it have to be in any kind of particular format? Like, does it have to be in a skein, a ball, a keg? Whatever. It does not matter how the yarn is wound up and delivered, as long as it's not just spaghetti monstered into the box and sent off. Like, please no spaghetti monsters. We don't need that. So whatever format the yarn is in, that works. You might have some 10-gram minis that are all pretty skein, hanked up, you know, that you don't like the color, you're never going to use it. You can send it in that format. It's fine. Yarn labels with the information. As knitters, crocheters, we are always very curious as to what the yarn is, what color it is, who made it, all that stuff. If you have that information, that'd be really nice to include. If you don't, then you don't. It's scrap yarn. We might not remember what it was. It may have only been a one-time. I have a lot of stuff that is monthly club yarn. I don't think it can be repeated. Yeah. So you might end up falling in love with a color that you can't get anymore. But if you have the information, it'd be nice. If you don't, then you don't. So that is all the questions and rules. I don't think I forgot anything. If I forgot anything, please leave a question down below for me. I will make sure to answer it. The Google form. So obviously it asks for like your name and your shipping address so that I can figure out who is closest to who. And it is going to ask if you have any pets in the house and if you have any allergies to pets. Because I will do my best. I cannot make any promises, but I am going to do my best to not pair you with someone that has a pet of your allergy. So I know for a fact that the Slip Slip sisters have signed up to play. They are both very much allergic to cats. So I am trying to find people that do not have cats that I can pair them with. Because I really don't want to pair them together. They're sisters. I feel like that's cheating. They shouldn't be allowed to be paired together. So yeah, I am trying to accommodate that. I can't make you any promises, but you will see that information in the email, so you will know if the person has a pet that you're allergic to. It also asks for food allergies, simply in case somebody does want to send you a snack, they don't send you peanut brittle and you have a peanut allergy. It will ask for your likes and your dislikes. That is information for your buddy to use to kind of maybe curate a advent towards you if they can. Just because you put it in there as something that you don't like doesn't mean that you're not gonna get it. If that's all that they have, that's all that they have. So yeah. And the very last box on the form is just to me. It's a note that you can leave to me if there's anything special that you need me to know. And oh my god, y'all have been so kind. Everybody's put such sweet notes in there to me so far, thanking me for doing this, and oh my god, y'all are so kind. Yeah, so this has been one of those things that's been on my mind since last Christmas, because I saw a lot of people on Instagram complaining, or not necessarily complaining, but they were sad that they didn't have an Advent open. They were watching all these other people, because every single podcaster always has an Advent that they open at Christmas. I have one. I bought the Southern Skeins Advent. But then they don't have one to open because Advents are expensive, and they're expensive for a good reason. It is a lot of yarn, and it is a whole lot of labor that goes into making them. This should cost you shipping supplies. You should have all the yarn. You shouldn't be going out and buying yarn for this. So we should be able to have more people opening Advents and having fun during Christmas because we all have scraps. Okay. That is it. We are 15 minutes in. And I think I have covered shop news. My mouth is dry. Alright, let's hop into finished objects and get this party started. So, work stuff. This black void here is Misfortune cookies. Ooh, there's a pair of eyes. I have made several. I think I now have enough to go to a market with. So, yay. Now I just need to make actual fortune cookies because I did not realize I am completely sold out of those. Whoops. Gotta work on that. I have added a few new pumpkins. And look at these crates. Y'all, look at these crates. These crates are collapsible. I found them in the back to school section at Five Below. Oh my god. I bought 2 of them. They're both this green color because I think it will blend in with my table and my whole color palette pretty well at markets. So, whoa. There we go. I've added a couple of colors. I already had this solid orange. I did remove from the Etsy listing the self-striping orange ones because that made it a little confusing. People didn't understand which ones were the solids and which were the striped. So hopefully I did better. I have golden tweed, which is as it sounds. It's a tweed yarn that's a pretty golden color. And then sparkle cream, which is kind of a tan. It has a little gray, a little golden to it, but it has stellina. It sparkles, and I don't know that the sparkle's showing up, but it does have gold stellina in it. And then I have what I'm calling the colors of fall. Oh my god, y'all love these colors. This one just makes me so happy. I had a large and I already sold the large one, but I can make more. It's just, oh, so good. Okay, so I have 2 crates of these, which it's not enough for market. I need to make more for market, but that's still a couple weeks away. And the signage for that is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to say something like pick your own pumpkin, something like that. And then it's going to have, I'll have circles with the price tags, and you can set your pumpkin in the circle and see which price tag it falls under. Because it's kind of hard to tell the size difference without, like, if somebody goes missing, it's hard to tell that this is a medium and not a large. Here is a small, and then a mini. So I mean, unless they're stacked up like this, it's really hard to tell who's who. So I think if I just have circles with price tags, it'd be more fun. You can decide how much your pumpkin cost. Okay, that's all the work stuff. Please don't fall. Next, I finished my beach socks. This is Universal Yarn Bamboo Pop Sock in High Tide colorway. I picked it up while we were in Florida, and I finally finished it. Oh, that took a lot longer than expected. The yarn is very thin. It's a thin fingering weight yarn, and as far as the circumference went, that was perfectly fine. It has a lot of stretch to it. That worked out just fine, but it was the length. You would just knit for days, and you got nowhere. The the row gauge is really short. So these are finished, and if you watched last week's video of all the whips, all those old whips, you saw I cast on the second sock and finished Mom's Fruit Punch socks. So this is Felici from Knit Picks in the colorway Fruit Punch. Mom had picked this out as a color that she liked because every time Knit Picks does another color drop of Felici, I'll send her the link. Who do you want? And I just buy the whole set of everybody, and then Mom she ends up with several of them. But this was one that she picked, so she will be getting that this weekend when I see her. Okay, that is all the finished objects. So that will bring us into works in progress. My Five Below bag is my Flax Sweater. This has been my car knitting here lately. So, very simple stockinette sweater. Yeah. Again, this has been my car knitting. Last weekend I took it with us in the car, and I thought I took a sizable yarn ball with me for the 2 hours that I would be in the car. And I ran out of yarn 40 minutes before we got home. I did all of this on the body while he was driving. This is my chocolate chip cookie from Silly Sheep Design. Yeah, so I did all of that and ran out of yarn and had to just sit there not doing anything with my hands. Ugh. Anyways, so for this weekend, I went ahead and picked up an arm because I am just rows away. I did count all of the body rounds that I'm going to need, and I am not too far away from needing to do the ribbing, but I have an entire arm to do. So I went ahead and picked that up and have a good solid ball of yarn. I am going to go ahead and pack another ball of yarn, and I might work on the body when I have not as long of a car ride, but this weekend I have a long car ride coming up, so I'll work on the arm this weekend. But I thought wow. A kid on the world's smallest dirt bike just went by. And a deer. What is going on outside today? This is why I'm not allowed to sit in the front room. But it's too hot to turn off the AC, so I can't sit in the other room. So I just thought that I would share this with y'all so that you could see where it is right now and where it will be next week. Get back in the bag. Okay, I also brought my Fates Thread Beetlejuice bag in here because I am to the decreases. Look at that. I've made it to the decreases on my dad's Musselburgh hat, and it is almost to the point that I'm going to have to put it on DPNs and finish it. So this is definitely not car material anymore. I've been working on this here at the house, and I will need to wash and block it. just so that it's really nice and pretty when I give it to him. And he's not going to get this weekend, so you'll probably see this as a finished object next week. But I'm just so excited. It's like almost done. Southern Skeins Night Owl sock set. It was one of the monthly club colors. Those are the only two whips that I brought in here to show you. So I have a small case of cast-on itis right now, and it's not good. It's not good at all, because if it was just, oh, let's cast on a sock, oh, how about 2 socks, that would be fine. But no. It wants to start things much larger than socks. So the first one, Amy of Happy Little Yarn put a poll up on Instagram with some cardigans. And I saw this cardigan and was just like, I absolutely have to have it. I can see the colors. I can see me wearing it. I need this cardigan. It is the Rainbow Party Cardi by Stephanie Lotven. Names. I'm not good at names. I'm going to butcher both of these names. Yeah, I need this. I need it. I have a bunch of yarn in my cart with knit picks. I'm just waiting. I'm mulling over the colors just a little bit more. I showed this pattern to Pam and she loved it. She's like, oh yes, that is totally you. And I told her that I want it to be my everyday cardigan. I have a purple jacket that I did not bring in here. I have a little light purple jacket. It was like from Walmart. It zips up and has a hood. And it's in really bad shape. I've already repaired a hole on it. Like, it's in really bad shape. And I want to replace it, but I want to replace it with a hand knit cardigan. So I was telling Pam that, and I told her that I want to make it in a nice neutral color so that it goes into my wardrobe just fine. The look of sadness on her face when I said that, like, and then I realized, no. Neutral color being my neutral is going to be purple. My neutrals are not brown and tan and gray. Like, no, my neutrals are purple and blue. That is what fits into my wardrobe just seamlessly. So I am going to make this and it's going to be purple. But then there's the 5 colors that make up the collar, and 5 plus the body is 6. It has to be a rainbow. It has to be. So it's going to be like a neon rainbow. That doesn't sound neutral anymore, does it? We're going to make it work. We're going to make it a neutral. It's going to fit into my wardrobe. It will be fine. So I'm still shopping for that one. I keep telling myself that I can't start that until I finish the current sweater that's on my needles, but the current sweater on my needles is car knitting, and this won't be car knitting because it's going to involve purling, I think. And no, I can't purl in the car. Maybe it's just all garter stitch. I don't think so. I think it was stuck in it. Anyways. The other pattern that I want to start, am going to start, possibly today, is the Domino Star Stash Buster Afghan by Anita Grahn. So, Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady, posted this on Instagram last week, maybe. I saw it, instantly fell in love with it, went and looked it up, and I need that. I have to have that. Showed it to my husband, and he goes, ooh. Okay, if he responds with an ooh to a pattern, I'm making it. Like, he's usually pretty indifferent to what I make. No, if he liked the pattern, I'm making it. So I'm going to do a scrappy version of that which I'm pretty sure is what Kay is doing. The only thing I need is to find a full intact skein to be my border. So I need to go look through my stash and pull out a skein that will be the border between all the scraps that kind of harmonizes it together. Shouldn't be a problem. I just have to pick a color. The pattern calls for black. I'm probably not going to do black because, well, I don't have that in my stash. But black would definitely look better. I think I'm going to do a color though. I got to go stash diving and find out. The only thing that makes me nervous about the pattern is it's picking up a lot of stitches, and I hate picking up stitches. I know I hate picking up stitches. That's why I don't knit heel flap and gussets. But y'all, this blanket is so beautiful. I think I have to. I think I'm gonna. This morning I was watching We Share Needles and Maddie cast one on. I need this blanket. I have absolutely no business casting on another blanket. None. None at all. But I'm gonna. I want to so bad, so I'm gonna. Oh. That brings us into chatter. And I actually brought a pair of socks in here to show y'all today. You might recognize these. It is Yarn Bee Cozy Toes. I picked it up at super discount and knit these a while back. They're the stretchy socks. They just, like, that is insane. Anyways, the yarn felt really odd and different, and I told you that I would report back as to how I like the socks, and I don't like the socks. They're very slick, and my feet slide around in my shoes when I wear them. So I'm going to take them to my mom and see if she likes them. My mom is very knit-worthy and basically loves everything that I give her. So she's just like, oh yay, socks, and wears them. So she might like these. I don't know. I'm a little picky and I don't like them. So if she doesn't like them, she can throw them away. Like, that is how much I don't like these socks. I give it a 3 out of 10 because the yarn was really nice to knit with. I enjoyed knitting them. It feels very interesting. I don't like the sock. Meh. I showed you the crates that I picked up from Five Below. I also picked up these slap bracelets. Why? Because they're rulers. Yeah. So they're, you know, slap bracelets. So they'll hold their form and then they curl up to take up very little space in your project bag. Y'all, these are $1. If you have a Five Below, I suggest going and picking you up a few. I now have enough to go in every project bag. I am so excited. I have rulers. Oh yes. Yes. Okay. So that is wonderful. $1 each. The guy at the counter, when I found out they were $1 because they were in the wrong bin, do you want to go back for more? I was like, maybe. I went out to the car and I texted Pam about them, and then I went back and bought Pam some. Yeah. So, things are going well here, and we have a trip coming up this weekend I am so excited about. So, we're going to a concert, and it's over near Houston. Y'all, we are so excited for it. I don't know who's more excited. My husband is very, very much into music. Music's nice. So normally we go to concerts because he picks out a concert and he wants to go, and I just love how excited he gets over seeing the people that he loves to listen to, and so I enjoy going just to watch him. That's kind of the way we are. He enjoys taking me to fiber festivals because I get excited, and he enjoys watching me, yarn! So that's just kind of who we are. But this concert, y'all, this one, we're both excited. We're gonna go see Ghost. Yeah. So, he did buy us seats. We're not going to be down in the pit of people. We're going to actually have seats to sit in because, well, I don't know that I can stand on concrete for 4 hours anymore. That sounds really painful. And he knows that. So, he bought us seats, and I am going to dress. I have to go find my tutu. Somewhere I have a black tutu with black shredded lace on it, so I'm going to wear that and more black and my combat boots, and we're going to go to a concert. Yes! Okay. I am one of those people that when I travel, I try to take my entire house with me. I am a chronic overpacker. So when I go to a concert and you're not allowed to take a bag in with you, it's unnerving. And then you have nowhere to put your stuff. If you go to the merch table before the concert, then you're left just carrying whatever you bought. So, did a little research, and most venues seem to have the same regulation of a 12 by 12 by 6 clear bag. To the Amazons I went, and I bought a clear backpack. Oh yeah. And it's purple. So, I have this, and we'll have somewhere to put our merchandise, somewhere I can put my knitting for pre-concert. I don't knit during concerts. I don't know. No. I will knit before the concert though. So, and it has 2 cup holders. So, this particular venue will allow you to bring in a clear water bottle that is empty. And then they have filling stations inside that you can use. We were already talking about this, but we decided to go ahead and get them. These are the Brita. The Brita water bottles. They have a filter built into the straw. So, ooh, that's a little snug. It'll fit. It just makes a horrible squeaking sound. Oh, no. Okay. Hey there, Smudgy. So yeah. We each have one, and I have 2 cup holders on the backpack, so that will work out wonderfully. We actually bought these for 2 reasons. 1, they'll work for the concert. 2 is that we've started traveling a lot more, and we realized on that Florida trip that we don't really care for the water, like the way that the water tastes in other places. You get used to how your own water at home tastes, and that's that. So this should eliminate the taste of other places' water. It should filter out the flavoring just fine. We have both had Brita through like all of college because that's what you can do in college. Now we have one of the under the sink mount filters, and it's fantastic. Love it. If you can get one of those, yeah. But for traveling, we can just fill this with whatever water is available, and it should get rid of the flavor, the taste of it, and be just fine. Because in Florida we had to buy a few gallons of water. We bought the gallon jugs and we're refilling our bottles. Because, woo, Florida did not taste good. Okay. I think that's everything. I had to restart the camera because it timed out, which means that I talked for way too long. But we are excited for the concert. Oh, the day after the concert, because we are over near Houston. We're going to IKEA. Yes! We've already picked out the furniture that we're buying. I'm not telling. I will show it later once we get it built. But yeah, so we've picked out some furniture. I'm really excited about it. I have been looking forward to this for about a year, and it's finally happening. I love IKEA. It's just, they give you one path through the store. You look at all of the things, and then you pick up what you want at the end. No, they feed you. They feed you meatballs and the beautiful little pink princess cake. And then you pick up all the stuff that you want and go to the register. Like, it's genius, y'all. Genius. Love it. I love IKEA. I don't ever live near one, and it's probably a good thing, because if I lived next to an IKEA, I would go every week just to wander through and look at all the pretty things. I find it to be a very colorful and inspiring store to just look at. Oh. Yes. Okay, so concert and IKEA, and we have a very busy weekend coming up. I'm excited about it. Pepper is going to go stay with my parents while we do all that, so she's going to be out in the country living her best life. And yeah, until next week, I hope y'all are all having a good time, taking care of yourselves, and enjoy your knitting. Don't forget to sign up for the yarn swap if that is your jam. All right, bye.